Okay, there have been some questions about how to choose different colors for your composition and to stay within kind of color harmonies and repetition of color. And so you can kind of go away from this, but I just want to show you a few techniques that are prevalent in Photoshop. So let's say that we want to choose a color for a headline. I'm going to go up and double click on the headline, make it active, and here's where our color for the headline is. If I select that, I get a color picker. Now I can come in and choose and say like I want this red color here. I can choose something that I think is going to be close, but it may not be real close. But if you notice that when my cursor comes off of this menu, it turns into an eyedropper, and now I can choose a color directly from the image. So maybe I'll find a significant image, one of my key images in my picture, and I'm going to build all my color schemes off of that one image. So there's my red. Now I can hit OK, and that is the exact color red that we have in the raspberries. So that might be something that you might want to try. Some other things though that we can make to kind of dress up our project, and we're going to use those same colors, is we can make some connectors. So we can kind of connect and visually connect objects that are intellectually similar. So let's say that maybe we're going to connect this text, and this is just bogus type, which means it's just nonsense. It doesn't have anything to do really with the image. But I select a box here, and I want to kind of connect these two. And so I'm going to choose a color, and instead of choosing a color here, I'm going to move off to that menu, and I'm going to choose maybe some of this color in here, this cream color, and then I'm going to fill it. I can use the paint bucket tool, or I can hit Alt Backspace, and that fills it. Now obviously that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, because now I'm going to have to re-layer my layers and reorder them. And so now I've kind of connected visually this text with the type, and I've pulled this color right out of the image. So let's say that we didn't like that too much, and we want to reselect this. Now we could go and try to make a selection exactly the same size, but one of those ways that we can do that quickly is hold the control key down and click on the thumbnail, not on the words, not on the layer name, not on this other space out here, but click right on the thumbnail. That will reselect it, and that'll give me the opportunity to fill that again. Now I'm going to choose that color. I like that color, but maybe that's a little too strong. So I can click on it, double click here, and my computer's lagging a little bit. There we go. Now to stay in that same color, I could go in and try to find another color, but I could also, I already know that color is straight from the image, but I can go and make it a little bit lighter just by moving it closer to white. So I'm really adding or changing the value, not really changing the hue. So now I've got a lighter color. I'm going to hit Alt Backspace again. Oops, I was on the wrong layer. Alt Backspace, and now that just makes it a little bit lighter. And so I've got good contrast between that and my text. I could do the same thing, true as here, make another box. I could even make another connector, maybe all the way across the headline, and choose another color, maybe one of these browns. I don't know if this is going to look good or not, but we'll try it out. Fill it, Alt Backspace. Let's make sure our header is above all that. And now let's change this. Red doesn't go very well now, so I could go back into the text. And my computer is going to be very slow today. Change this color, maybe make this back into this one of these light colors of yellow. So if I like that, I can do that. Maybe rearrange that completely so we have that kind of connecting the headline with the picture with the text. So instead of just making everything on a field of white, and what I call it kind of lily pads, I have, if I turn these off, then this is kind of floating in a white field, and this is floating, and this is floating, and there's no connection. So I might use some of these other connectors to do that. I can come back here, and if I want to get rid of this white, again, maybe I can go in and choose this color, and maybe this yellow, maybe I go really, really light here, but something just to knock off that that really stark white. Maybe I'll go, and instead of choosing out of here, I'm going to already choose this kind of tan, but I'll just go a couple shades lighter, and then fill, and I don't have to draw a box around. If I want to fill the entire layer, I don't have to make a marquee. So that just tones it down a little bit. There's all different kinds of other things we can do. I could maybe make a stroke on here. I can pull this out a bit. I can do the same thing again with this stroke color. Double click, and maybe I'll connect that with this dark brown. And so I'm having all this repetition going on here, where I'm using colors all emanating from this one picture, but I'm applying it in all different kinds of ways. So hopefully that might be helpful, choosing the right colors for your project.